Good morning, everybody. This is K. Balakrishna. Welcome back to the session. Presently, we are dealing with the subject strategic management. In the strategic management, we are dealing with the topic called as strategy and culture. The strategy is a long-term plan of action. Culture is a set of norms, values, beliefs, customs, and traditions, either followed at the business level or followed at the society level. Here we are dealing with the business culture and its relativity with the strategy. That is, only there will be certain organizations which have a business culture to retain the people, retain the employees, retain the talent. There will be certain business culture which spends huge amount of money on R&D. There is a certain business culture which spends a certain amount of money on social responsibility. There is a business culture which spends a certain amount of money on welfare of employees. In this way, every company, every institution has its own set of business culture. Presently, we will be dealing about business culture, what does it mean, and what are the advantages, merits, demerits, and many other things to be discussed. What is a strategy? A strategy is a long-term plan of action. What is a culture? Set of norms, values, beliefs, customs, traditions followed at a business place is called as business culture. The strategy must be formulated according to the business culture of the people. For example, Kellogg's was not successful because it is released as a breakfast item in India initially. But it was successful as it has targeted the children. It was successful as it has targeted the working women, saying that it is a diet controlled breakfast item. It has adjusted itself well with the culture and traditions of India. Similarly, the pizzas, initially when they are released, they were not successful because they do not match with the culture of the people. The ingredient used does not match with the people, so they were banned, and some of the places where riots have also happened. But they have replaced all the rumors by saying that they are delivered hot, they are small size, and many other relativity changes strategies have been formulated so that they adjust with the culture of India. Next, there is also an organization culture. What do you mean by an organization culture in the sense? Organization culture is a set of companies' mission, vision, objectives, goals, expectations, value system, and many others that guide its employees, that nourish its employees, that nurture its employees. And the structural changes are also being done based upon the cultures that the organization go on. And what does the culture do? The culture motivates the employees. The culture of the company inspires the employees, influences the employees to be more committed, dedicated, and other things. What is the importance of culture? First and the foremost importance of the culture is it reduces the turnover. What does employee turnover indicate? Employee turnover means the number of people moving away from the organization and taking into the organization. For example, 1,000 people are moving away and 1,500 people have taken in. Then 500 people have taken in. In this way, what happens is when a question mark arises, why do people exit from the organization? They exit because of dissatisfaction. Why do employees are dissatisfied? They are dissatisfied because they may not like the company, they are paid more by the others, or due to many reasons. Any organization that has decreased employee turnovers can be called as best organizations that provide good facilities for the employees who value their employees. Next one is there are for those organizations which have a propagated culture, the productivity of the enterprises will be increasing. Productivity includes the efficiency of the organization will increase, and thus a brand image and identity will be created for the company. Next, a culture has a transformation power. It inspires the people, motivates the people, it increases the commitment of the people, it helps the people sustain, develop, and progress in their careers. Next, there are also what we call as top performers. Top performers in the sense there are certain people who are adjusted to the organization culture, so they perform well, they are motivated well, they are determined well, and they are appreciated well. Next, effective onboarding means if the strategic formulation is good, then the organization survives. If the strategic formulation does not correlate with the culture of the organization, strategy fails. If there is a team spirit among the employees, then the employees exist for a long period of time. If there is no team spirit, automatically the cultural mismatch may happen and the organization may perish. Factors for the success of culture. Best factor to propagate the culture is communication. How do the organization communicates? How do the business firm communicates to its stakeholders? It communicates through advertising. It communicates through treatment with the employees. It communicates through promotions. It communicates through focus on targeted audience and many other things. Apart from this, it listened to the concern and ideas. It carefully examined the value system. It carefully examined the ideas, etc. And then it was successful. It encourages feedback. It values the employees. It values the customer. It takes the responses of the customer. It takes the responses of the internal environmental sphere. And finally, adjusts itself as per the requests, as per the requirements, as per the conditions, as per the prerequisites of the customers. It must be consistent in the sense it must adopt the strategy which is long-term orientation, which suits the organization for a long term, which makes the organization successful in a long run. What are the qualities of great organization culture? First and the foremost quality is it must correlate with the strategy. The first and the foremost aspect is it must align with the strategy of the organization, align with the goals of the organization, align with the objectives of the organization, align with the vision and mission on core value system of the organization. Apart from this, any organization can be successful only if it appreciates the people for better performance, only if it appreciates the customers, only if it appreciates the loyal employees, only if it appreciates the loyalty phenomena. Next one is trust. Cultural sentiments of the people must be matched every time. The cultural sentiments, the customers must be governed, cultural sentiments of the employees must be governed. For initially, internal marketing has to take place, that is, employees must be satisfied. Then a positive culture is induced to the customer minds. Next one is performance. Performance is a key for any successful career, any successful culture. Resilience in the sense that every environment is not static, it is dynamic, it continuously changes from one time to the other, and all these changes in the environment must be carefully examined. Strategies and cultures must be designed and kept in mind by observing the trends in the environment. Next, work assignments must be team assignments instead of individual assignments. If individual assignments are there, it will be a difficult task, but if there is a team assignment, everyone functions well. integrity, if there's a unison among all the elements of a strategy, all the elements of cultural match, then only the interpret results, in the sense the results will be obtained and the organization flourishes. If innovation is encouraged, what will happen? Resources are consumed less, technology is upgraded, and they can easily survive in the market, they can easily come up in the market. Culture is a sustainable business strategy adopted by many firms. First and foremost, how does it become how does it sustains the business? Or we can say that how does it helps the business to survive in the market? First and the foremost is there are certain companies which retain the people. Means they value the experience, they value the people, and they try to retain them to the maximum extent. And there are also certain organizations who encourage the freshers, who encourage the new blood, and then pour in only the trainees. They retain only the trainees, but they always recruit the freshers. Both are correct to their domain. It is wrong to say that freshers are recruited. This is a wrong step, and encouraging of experience is a wrong step. Both are the same. It depends upon the ideology of the management, whether to take in an experienced, loyal employee, or whether to take a fresher, train him, and adapt to the situation in order to save the financial resources. Second point is innovation must be encouraged. Whatever may be the culture they live in, every business firm must encourage the innovative ideas, innovative talents, innovative aspirations of the workers. Next one is they must have their ability to handle the potential risk. Potential risk must be handled well, and the returns, because risk is always associated with the return. It is some organization have a culture of facing huge amount of challenges, risks, because they have highest anticipation of profit. But there are certain organizations which like to stabilize their earnings and survive for a long period of time. Next, some organizations create a wonderful platform for customer experience. Next, there is also a strategic culture process. First one is leadership qualities, leadership traits, leadership styles must be selected based upon the culture of that organization. Next, this same thing must be propagated across various levels. And last one is a strategic plan of action must be drafted so that the cultural mismatch does not happen. This is an overall session which indicates the meaning of a culture, meaning of a business culture, to be frank enough, and its relativity with the strategy that they adopt continues. Thank you.